I know it looks like shit now, but it's not in a minute. I'll fix it. But right now it looks like shit. Alright, I should have left it that way. It kind of looked okay that way. But I'll fix it. I'm gonna take one of these stencils. I think I'll take that one. And I have an idea that maybe some orange might help find some that works. That is. Alright. This is Decor Medium. And the color is orange, obviously. And then this one I made myself. It looks better on like white paper, I feel like. Alright. That didn't work out very well, so we're gonna fix it by doing that. When all else fails, get your brayer. I've fixed many mistakes with my brayer. Now it looks decent. My mistake was using this. Alright. I might use this though. I'm not sure yet. Alright. I started without you by mistake. I forgot to turn it on. That's what she said. Can you see the whole thing? No. There. Now, let's put a little bit. Alright, that looks okay. Why is this not? There we go. Now you can see it. right, now I keep trying to find my black paint and I can't find it for shit. Okay, I'm back. So the last videos were quiet because I usually film at like 6 o'clock in the morning when my kids are asleep, and now my kids are not asleep, but hopefully will be very quiet while mommy is talking. So right now this is what I got on my page. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of this Dylusions paint. It's pomegranate seed color. I really like this paint because it's like really bright. The pigment is really strong and I enjoy that very much. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna kind of go in and just randomly decide that maybe a little something right here works really nicely. I'm now reminded why I film at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. I hope you can see everything kind of okay. This is kind of like my process. I kind of like to do things very, like I don't really have a plan, I guess. I just kind of get in the zone of thinking about what I'm feeling. Especially when I'm doing more of an art journal or when I'm doing work on canvas. Anytime that I'm working with abstract, I always like to think about what it is, what message I'm trying to convey. Because for me, mixed media really is about what message I'm going to be conveying to you. So before we used the same stencil, but the water, the paint was a little wet, and I mistakenly used this stuff. This stuff is really good on like watercolor paper. This is just like watercolor ink or whatever, the concentrated watercolor with water. But if I want like a real color, something real and nice and bright, I'm going to use this. I like this. It's by DecoArt, and they have all the different colors. They have ones that are shimmer mists also. These are my two favorite colors. I don't know if you're familiar with any of my artwork or you've seen it, you know, online or whatever, but I tend to like a lot of orange. Orange is a big color for me. Funny because I actually don't use a whole lot of orange. Like, I don't wear orange. I detest orange clothing, but in my artwork, it's incredible. So look at how cute. Sometimes what I like to do to wipe off the excess like paint, I like to use copy paper, and that's a lot of fun. I've blogged about that before and written about it on Instagram and stuff. You still can't see it. Mother flower. All right. So you can't see it. So you know what? That's when all else fails, the brayer comes to the rescue. Well, you can kind of see it a little bit, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of like building up layers and figuring out what message you're trying to convey. So right now, I'm gonna go in with some black paint by DecoArt, and I'm gonna put some, I don't know, circles or something. You know, I really should have a tray for all of this, but I just don't. What's the point? All right, I'm gonna take, and I'm just gonna be messy about it. I'm not trying to be too neat because I'm going over it later anyway. I mean, that's my plan at the moment, is to go over it. For me, art is just really soothing. I don't know, especially working with bright colors. I find the brighter the colors, it's like relaxing or something. And I don't know, usually the brighter colored paintings, in my artwork anyway, the brighter colored paintings are usually the more sad ones. The more brightly colored things are, the more sad I probably am feeling. Which is ironic because, you know, the sad, you know, bright colors are generally happy colors, but that's kind of why I do the bright colors, because if I'm sad, I want to use bright, happy colors. So I'm going to experiment and do something that I like to do, which is I'm just going to flip this page over and maybe do this. And magic! It did something interesting. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I'm going to leave it that way. I think I kind of like it that way, all messy like that, right? It looks interesting that way. I think I might be kind of finished. I think I want to add a little something here. Oh, another thing. If I can find it. Oh, here. I love these things. This kind of like brings everything together. So while I wait for that black paint to dry, maybe I'll start thinking about what I'm going to use. These are by Tim Holtz, and it's just like typewriter letters, but I love it. So I'll be back in a second or two, and this is going to be all nice and dry. Okay. This time instead of... Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to do with this page. Kind of screwed it up there. I keep dwelling on that, but whatever. So I got some DecoArt paint in primary blue, and I'm going to take my fat brush here. Well, not really fat. This one's fatter than the other one by comparison, but it's not my fat brush. This one is my nice fat brush. Sort of fat, still not fat. And I'm gonna do something on the top of the page here, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But basically I'm going to go over this here, like that, and just kind of, there's a plan of attack. Trust me, I have a plan this time. I actually know what I'm doing, sort of, semi, maybe. And there we go. And maybe a little here also on the other page. Why not? So that, I really enjoy working with DecoArt paints. You know, I like it because it's easy to find, you know, at any sort of craft store, and the pigment is, it's really, you know, I'm impressed. You know, there's a lot of craft paints tend to be not so great when it comes to pigmentation. You know, they're very cheap and kind of thin and everything. Okay, girls, you can make a little noise because I made a big mess and spilled something. Okay? And it's just another shithole kind of day. So I'm back with my... Okay. So I'm back, and I started on this page and then I spilled, remember? So, I'll finish it up for you, even though now I need more of color 9A, but I forgive you. So take a little bit of that, and remember, again, if you have water, actual water at home, like a water bottle, you know, that'd probably be better than freaking doing it the ghetto kind of way, like what I'm doing. But I like to splatter a little bit of water and then do this. And you can see it a little bit better now. Now, I happen to have a little bit of this pink, which is color 7A, in the, is it Dr. Martens? Dr. or something Martens. Why am I so forgetful? Dr. P.H. Martens. Duh, Diana. Jesus Christmas. I'm going to take a little bit and put it around the missing parts here. And just do that. And here. This is my page. I hope you liked following me along.